welcome to our channel. Today we learn to craft a polite and concise mail to professor. In the previous video, we learned how to search university, department, and then the professor. Now we'll try to reach professor, those whose research interests are in line with us. We'll start with the today's headline. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Also share with friends. Let's grow together. Today we'll cover the following topic. First, how to craft an effective mail. Second, what are do's and don'ts in the mail. Type of reply you may receive from the professor. How to identify a generic versus specific reply from a professor. And the last, is it appropriate to mail more than one professor from the same department? We'll try to find answer of all the questions. Let's see how to craft an effective mail. I believe that you all have an idea of writing a mail which might be for your friends, the professor from the university, business, job opportunity, and so on, right? So it is also a similar type of mail, but you need to remember that one mail can save your future. So it's better not to miss anything, and also not to make complex by explaining small details of yourself. You should be professional, you should be brief and tailored. Okay, well cut, well trimmed, and well set. Let's start with subject line first. Subject line means you can see in the mail was to whom you want to send, then subject line, right? What you write in subject line? Remember, if you are mailing the professor through a post like you have seen in LinkedIn or Facebook, any university website, then you need to stick with the subject line mentioned there. There sometimes they like prospective student, your first name, last name, and 2025 or fall 2025. Otherwise, you can write in this way. First, prospective PhD student interest in cardiomyocyte research or inquire about research opportunity in tumor pathology or prospective studentship for fall 2025. Anyway, you can write other if you like, you can add, okay? Now the next, salutation. In case of salutation, it varies with individual perspective, like someone writes something else and someone writes something else. I'll show you some example as well. But what we can do, keep salutation simple. Start with formal greeting, and you can also write dear professor directly and his last name, or respected professor and his last name. That's all. And also you need to remember, if he or she is an assistant professor, associate professor, do I need to mention dear associate professor, dear assistant professor? No. You can salute addressing professor. That's a simple way, and that doesn't matter a lot. The next part is body, and the most important part of the mail. Okay, where you need to show your skill, present yourself as a strong candidate in that lab, and show what you want, and also show something that your research is aligning with professor. Okay, this is the main part. Your research should be aligned with the professor, and also you need to show in that research area you are the strong candidate. Okay, because professor might have received mail from 5 to 10, sometimes 200 students like you. At that time you need to be unique, need to be precise, need to be strong candidate. It can be divided into different part and different sections, okay, and can be composed in different way. I will give you my perspective how I think it will be good to write, but it can be other ways where you think it's better to compose in that way. You can modify and you can write in your own words, okay? Just this is an example what need to include, what not to, okay? And from this mail, some student got the assistantship, so I believe this is the one useful for you. In body, first paragraph should be introduction. In introduction, just briefly describe yourself and your background. Like, I'm Sachin Upadhyay and I did my bachelor's in this subject. And additionally, I did my master's in this subject from this university, from the country, which country you can write. That way also you can write, or only bachelor, then bachelor's from this university, then write country name where you did your bachelor's. Then master's also in the same way you can write. The second paragraph is purpose. Purpose can be written here or also at the last. So you need to mention why you are writing. Third paragraph will be relevance. Relevance means explain your experience, show your expertise, and you need to connect that with professor's interest or professor's research. Okay, so you need to write yourself, think about professor, whatever he did, and if that experience you have, you can write. From professor's paper, you can see like flow cytometry. If he's doing something in flow cytometry and you are expertise, you can add that one. And the next one is request. Use formal and very simple polite words to ask if there is any opportunity available, and the purpose can be added here. Okay, if you don't add in the second paragraph or in the top, then mention here. Just combine both request and the purpose at the same line and write it. Finally, you will close the sentence saying thank you. Okay, now let's see another where you need to attach your document. Writing mail is one part which is most important, and in similar way, another important thing is attaching the document. Do not forget to attach supporting document such as CV, and also if asked, brief summary or cover letter. Never attach more file unless asked, right? Like attaching your transcript, attaching your degree certificate, my internship certificate, and other whatever you did, your work experience, no need to attach. Just think CV, and if asked, then other related document. Because in CV you will write where you worked, if you did your intern or not, everything will be written in CV. If professor sees the CV and asks something, okay, you need to send me your cover letter, why you are interested in my lab, then you need to write cover letter. Send me your transcript from bachelor, then you need to send that one. Okay, that way you need to arrange everything, but don't send your CV compulsorily. And the next is proofread your email. One of the most important thing or the important part is proofreading. You need to remember that proofreading your mail and check the salutation, especially professor's name and email. Mail should be very professional tone and formal with proper grammar, spelling, because it will also show how you write your paper or your writing ability is in which level. If you do mistake while writing, typos error, grammatical error, then professor will think he or she cannot write the paper or cannot help in writing thesis or like conference proceedings and all. So you need to think before sending the mail, you need to proofread. Next, follow up respectfully. It is obvious that you will not get any reply from professor, most of the professor, okay? But in case of not getting reply, whose results perfectly align with you, then you can follow up. Follow up can be done after 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, after 2 to 3 weeks, you can politely ask and follow up. I'll show you example here. Just write, I hope this mail finds you well. I'm writing to kindly follow up my previous email regarding this thing. That's all. You need to reply in the previous mail, not compose the new mail. Okay. Now I'll show you two examples of mail. You can write anyway, you can edit, you can do anything, you can make it more unique, whatever you like, but format should be same. And format is, I think, the good one, whatever I will show you here. So we can stick with that one as well, but everyone's expertise is different, so you modify your expertise. Let's see. Okay, first the subject line. Subject line is prospective assistancy for 2025. Then salutation: respected Professor ABC, I hope my mail finds you in good health. This is greeting or the salutation. Then we'll go with your introduction, like I'm ABC from Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Philippines, or Finland, right? Anywhere you can write. Then I have completed my master's degree. I have done my bachelor, then after I did master's degree. So I wrote only master's degree. You can include I completed my bachelor's from this lab or this university and master's from this university. Lab also you can include, okay? And you can write little about your academic background, which has fueled my passion. After that, you'll write your research experience or expertise. I know these things. I know this, and these all also I know little. And then you'll go with quest or purpose. You will be grateful if he consider you for PhD studentship, his lab under his supervision. Okay, and then you have a test your CV. Then you can write your proficiency like GRE this much and IELTS overall this much. Okay, this is your qualification and this shows your eligibility. You are eligible to apply in that university. And also lastly, closing statement. Thank you for considering my application. I look forward to hearing from you. Right? So and then regards, and you can write signature. The next one, similar way, next one, what we can see, this is salutation. I have seen someone writing this way also. I am showing you these things. Okay, ABC is professor, is doctor or not, you see, then associate professor or assistant professor, and also he has some position or not. Then after this one, diagnostic laboratory and university. I think this will take your time. You can mail directly writing, dear Professor ABC, right? Why to write all the things? If anything you make mistake there, like South Dakota State University, instead of it, you wrote South Dakota University. And South Dakota University is not the university professor is working on. So you still think, oh, you did not study it well. It's not a bad idea, but also not the good idea. So you can skip, just write, dear Professor this. Then other thing are same. You can include your CGPA if you want, then university name. And in this case, you need to think, if you are copying and mailing the same mail to next professor, then you need to change this one every time. Okay, the previous case you don't need to change anything. You can send, just copy and paste in another, just change the name, dear Professor ABC to dear Professor XYZ. That's all. But in this case, you need to see thoroughly. Okay, and this is also relevant experience, and this is eligibility, and this is closing statement. This is what we call signature. Your signature you can keep. Okay, now the next, what are do's and don'ts in the mail?